if your mom is worried sick about you and, you know, constantly asking you how you'd afford your rent, you know, and what you do about your health insurance and all that, she might not be the best person to confide in. And that's the truth.
Like, comment, and subscribe.
Hi darlings, if you're new here, my name is Yvonne and I'm back with another video. To my old subscribers, welcome back, and if you're just joining us, welcome to the family. Today I'll be talking about discomfort and taking risks, why you should embrace discomfort and how to take risks basically. By the way, if you're not subscribed to my channel, please make sure you subscribe right now, as you'll be helping me out and so you don't miss the videos I'll be dropping back to back for the rest of the year. Also, don't forget to turn on post notifications so that you can be notified every time I post a video. When you think of risk taking, what comes to mind? Most people just think of major risks like jumping out of a plane or, you know, diving from a cliff, basically risky behaviors. You know, we tend to think of risk takers as careless and reckless, but the truth is risk taking is highly subjective. Some people, like, you know, skydiving instructors or professional divers, you know, they take these kind of risks all the time, you know, and they're not reckless people. You know, these individuals have calculated their risks, you know, they have, you know, learned and mastered, you know, the necessary skills, you know, and they have also created support systems to like mitigate negative consequences. So, you know, these people are professionals who take risks, you know, minus the recklessness, minus, you know, the carelessness. You know, and as humans, we tend to apply this life or death thinking to like risks, you know, even less intense risks, like risks that are not even actual risks. Do you get? Like, we stress over the littlest of things, you know, whether it's asking someone a question, you know, or, you know, asking for a raise like at work, or even speaking in public. Guys, I know because I've been there. I have had the worst anxiety over, you know, speaking in public. I don't even want to talk about it, you know, but I thank God we're progressing, you know, we're getting better every day. So yeah, you know, even though we know these little things like, you know, asking for a raise, speaking in public and all that have different risk levels. I mean, you know, one could be termed riskier, you know, than the other. You know, it still feels just as threatening. They all feel threatening, like, to you, and that fear, you know, tends to keep us in our comfort zone. You know, you have that mentality of, oh, let me just stay here, you know, I don't want to go because, you know, I don't know what I'm going to expect, you know. So, you know, you get that kind of thing, you know. But while you can be perfectly content living your life or living life in your comfort zone, you can truly transform it if you learn to step out of that comfort zone and take more risks. Life and all of its possibilities, you know, begin to open up when you embrace discomfort and take more chances. You might be wondering, okay, what are the benefits of taking risks? Well, there's this saying, take the risk or lose the chance. Yes, take the risk or lose the chance. And that saying is so true. There's a lot of truth in that saying. Thing is, if you remain on the sidelines where you are most comfortable, you know, in your comfort zone, you miss out on a lot of opportunities. Taking risks can be one of the most rewarding experiences in life, but it's also one of the hardest to do as well, you know, not because success is not possible, you know, but because of that fear, you know, of failure. And then, you know, we just decide not to even try at all. And you might be wondering, okay, how do you begin to take more risks? To do that, you need to embrace discomfort. At first, yeah, it might feel, you know, scary to try something new, you know, or to take a chance, you know, when it comes to the unknown. But over time, with practice, you develop your risk-taking muscle, and you find that risk-taking or taking risks will not seem as, you know, threatening. as it used to? Are you stuck in a rut? Do you feel like there's something more out there for you if only you made some changes? Taking more risks is one of the best ways to shake up all areas of your life, from your career to your relationships to everything in between. There are so many benefits to embracing discomfort, but I'm just going to discuss a few. The first tip or the first benefit is that it opens your eyes to new possibilities. Embracing discomfort, stepping out of your comfort zone, opens your eyes to new possibilities. Okay, think back to the last time you took a risk. Maybe you moved to a new city or a new place, met an entirely new crowd of people that you never would have met if you didn't leave your comfort zone. If you didn't leave where you were before in the past, okay, perhaps you embraced discomfort and you took the lead role on a project at work that helped you develop a new skill set, or even got you promoted. The coolest thing about taking a risk is that so many possibilities stem from that one decision. Like, guys, the reason, I don't know if it sounds or if I'm talking like I'm so passionate about this topic, but the thing is, I have been there, so I know. I mean, I'm still, like I always say, I'm still growing, I'm still learning. So guys, I know what I'm telling you. The coolest thing about taking a risk is that so many possibilities stem from that one decision. And remember, you have to take the risk or lose that chance at discovering something new and wonderful. Again, risk taking builds your confidence. One of the best ways to build up your confidence is to try new things. Confidence has been described as a muscle. Like, you mustn't only develop it, but you should continue to work out. You should continue to exercise it. So how do you work out and build your confidence? By getting out of your comfort zone and taking more risks. When you have more self-confidence, you find that, you'd even be more willing to put yourself out there and go for whatever you desire. Another benefit is that it stretches you and helps you grow. That home renovation project that you've been wanting to do? Well, you could actually outsource it, or better still, you could give it a shot and try it yourself. Risk taking is not all about doing scary, daring things. No, it's about getting you out of your comfort zone and learning new things in all areas of your life. When you embrace discomfort of any kind, your mind stretches, you learn new skills, and you grow as a person. Now let's talk about learning to take calculated risks and embracing discomfort. Risk-taking is scary, especially if you're not used to it. And that's why it's so important to understand that this is about taking calculated risks and not about throwing all caution to the wind. Not only should you take calculated risks and not reckless risks, but you should also be prepared to embrace some uncomfortable feelings and, results that surface when you start taking more risks. Now, what are calculated risks? Calculated risks are those risks that you take after considering the risks and rewards of the potential action. Investing, for instance, is a calculated risk. While there is the chance that you will lose money, if you look at the facts and you weigh the pros and cons, you can make an educated decision about whether or not to invest. And you may decide to take the risk because of the likelihood, though not a guarantee, that your money will grow over time. So this brings us to the topic of embracing discomfort. Part of learning how to take more risks is embracing uncomfortable situations, uncomfortable feelings, uncomfortable results, such as uncertainty, failure, making mistakes, and all of that. And, these are all part of risk taking. You're never going to be right 100% of the time, but you have to take the risk or lose the chance. How do you take more risks, you ask? I'll give you a few tips. My first tip is to share your goals and dreams with the right people. Some of us are more risk averse than others, and that's totally okay. But if you're struggling with taking more risks, the last thing you want to do is share your plans with someone who will shoot them down and declare them too risky. For real, make sure the people you surround yourself with are cheering you on, and not squashing your ideas. For instance, let's say you're, looking to leave your full-time job and go all in, on your side hustle. If your mom is worried sick about you and, constantly asking you how you'd afford your rent, and what you do about your health insurance and all that, she might not be the best person to confide in. And that's the truth. I mean, yes, she's your mom, she's looking out for you, but she might not be the best person to confide in. When you're about to take a risk, you surround yourself with those who will support you, not crush you. You could also practice, taking risks with people that you're comfortable with, like your friends or your family members instead of your boss. And soon you'll be comfortable enough to take a big risk and ask for that raise that you deserve. My second tip is to start small. Like with so many other things in life, one of the best ways to dip your toe in the waters of risk taking is by starting small. Like, just like adding a small amount to your travel fund every month will add up, over time. So will adding a little bit of risk into your life. For example, if you want to quit your job and start a business, that might sound like a huge risk to you, and I'm sure it could also feel super overwhelming. You can start by thinking about what small steps you can take to move toward that goal. Perhaps you can start conducting market research, networking on LinkedIn, or writing your business plan. All these things are little steps on your way to taking that big leap. My third tip would be to assess what is holding you back. When you're contemplating whether to take the risk, or lose the chance, assess what is holding you back. If you're not feeling stuck, if you know that you want to take on more risk, but you're not quite ready for it, then it's time to dig deep and figure out what's holding you back. One of the best ways to do this is through journaling. Writing. First, you write down what you want or what it is you'd like to do, but you're stuck on. Then you ask yourself why you want it. Ask yourself why you want that. Write down your emotions, journal about your emotions, to get to the root of what is stopping you. Don't be afraid to embrace your fears. A pro and a con list, that's a list of advantages and disadvantages, is also, very useful, and helpful to get, facts straight and help you see things more clearly. Once you've figured out what the obstacles are, you'll likely see that they're not as massive as you thought they were, and there's at least one step you can take today, to move forward. Another tip is to practice. Practice might not make perfect, but it really helps when, it comes to learning how to take more risks. As you take more risks, you become more comfortable with the results, which are not always what you expect them to be. Embrace discomfort over and over, and soon you'll be a professional at it. You'll be a pro at it. Like, discomfort wouldn't even feel like discomfort anymore, and that brings us to the last tip, which is to trust your gut and take the leap. There's something, to be said about listening to your gut. Your instincts are always, powerful when it comes to making decisions and taking risks. Guys, I like to listen to my instincts a lot. And doing that has saved me countless times from negative occurrences. I'm not even joking. And it has helped me achieve successful feats. If you have that inkling, that there's something good on the other side of a risk, trust those instincts and go for it. Whatever is on the other side of that leap could be life-changing. So why not give it a shot? Hopefully, you've seen that the benefits of risk-taking are endless, And it's not that hard to start taking more chances. You'll never know what life or what kind of life awaits you unless you take some risks. And you know the best news? There's no better day than today to take that risk. And you'll be well on your way to shaking things up and opening yourself up to a whole new world of possibilities. That's it, guys. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to like, share and subscribe if you haven't done that already. If you have any video ideas for me, just let me know in the comment section, or you could hit me up on Instagram at yvonne_uka. That is YVONNE_UKA. You can also check the description box for details on how to reach me, and if your ideas are feasible, I'll get right to it. Thanks for watching and have a beautiful day or night. Bye.